I've said it before, guys, but a vast majority of men are single in the United States. I've explained my reasons why a few weeks ago. So today I'm going to be asking women, why do you think a majority of men are single? And let's see if they can give us any advice. Stay tuned, subscribe, like. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so we're here in Miami. Let me explain to you, ladies, that 1 in 3 men are sexless between 18 and 24. Did you guys know that?
No.
A lie.
Sexless.
A lie.
Between 18 and 24 in America, 1 in 3 men are sexless, and more than 60% of men are single. Now, my question today is, why do you think a majority of men in the United States are single?
Because they're assholes and they're not gentlemen anymore. Like, don't pressure us so much for sex. Just be nice about it and be friends with us.
Okay, interesting perspective. What about you?
I don't know. I think it's a lie. I think that's a lie. They lie that they're single. They really got a whole family in another city.
It's actually facts. A lot of women don't understand that most men are like either virgins or sexless. Or think about it. Have you been on a dating app and you just swipe like left to a majority of guys, but that select few you swipe right on?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's probably why we picked the assholes.
Exactly. You pick the assholes, right?
Shit is off.
So you're saying that most guys are assholes and that's a problem, yet you pick them.
Oh, that's a hard question. We were just literally just talking
I
about
love
this.
The gentleman that didn't want to sleep with me on the first night.
I know.
Just wanted to cuddle.
I know, but we also studied like a little bit of toxicity, like a little bit of, just a little tiny bit.
So what's the solution? Is it that guys become more gentlemen or you start picking more nicer guys?
Like we're saying, the gentleman perspective, like it's really just respecting a woman nowadays. Like I feel like a lot of men just see us as and then it's, after that, you can't respect someone. My mom always say, like, why would they buy the cow if they already got the milk,
Yeah. Well, most guys, they look at dating from the aspect of getting sex first and getting to know the girl later.
That's the problem.
Versus women, it depends on the guy. All right, I am here with
Melly.
Now Melly, you actually do YouTube content, right?
I do.
What do you talk about?
I talk about men in relationships most of the time.
Okay, this is absolutely perfect then. So my question to you, are you aware that 1 in 3 men are sexless between the ages 18 and 24 in America?
I'm aware.
You're aware, okay. And then are you also aware that more than 60% of men are allegedly single?
I wasn't aware of that.
Why do you think that is from a female perspective?
I think a lot of men lack confidence.
Like confidence? Okay.
And that they're not really going for the girl. They're just, complaining about, I can't get her, and they don't even try. And I also feel like the men who are actually successful and got shit going, they don't see a benefit really of being with a woman because they can have like 10 of them or more than that. So
you see a divide. You're saying the guys who really aren't attractive, aren't high status, aren't really even trying because they lack confidence, but the guys who do have it, they're not, they keep a rotation or a plethora of women, right?
Yeah. I think we have lost the importance of relationship. A lot of women don't really do much for their men. So what's the point to be in a relationship in the first place?
Gotcha. Now, from my perspective, what if men are trying? They're just not getting. Are you single?
I'm single.
Okay, so example, you ever use a dating app, and when I've seen women use it, a lot of the time they're swiping left most of the time, right? Or a guy approaches them, they immediately disregard them. So what if the men are trying? Do you have any advice for the guys who are trying but just still not seeing results and are frustrated, or what advice would you give there?
Okay, well, if you're on dating apps, because I've used them before, the men look nuts on there. They don't put any effort in their pictures. They don't really try to where they ask you like questions about yourself. Men usually don't even do that. They put 4 pictures. I've seen a lot of like 4 pictures of the same picture, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not trying to just see you once. I want to see everything, and I want to see what you're about. So it's easy to not click on you. So if you're using dating apps, make sure it looks good.
That's right. Most of your profiles suck. We've addressed this many times before. That's why you got to revamp your online image and actually put effort into your online presence. And if you want more help with that, check out the link down below. But I do appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Are you tired of getting on dating apps and not getting the results that you want, the quality of women that you want, or maybe even the quantity of women that you want? You're tired of getting flaked on, ghosted, just overall disregarded. You want to be a man of value, increase your sex appeal, increase your finances, and increase your value to the marketplace. Then I'm gonna need you to apply for my Digital Romeo Mentorship. This is a 12-week mentorship where I'll take you through the exact processes that I did in my own personal life to increase my looks, to increase my sex appeal, and to learn what it really takes to master online dating so that you can then translate that into more success. Not only that, but I'll teach you how to build your status on online media platforms so that you can also leverage that for more dating success and financial success. We don't work for everybody, but you may be a good fit. If so, click the link down below to apply to the 12-week mentorship, and I'll see you soon. Back to the video. All right, I'm here with Francesca. So are you aware that 1 in 3 men are sexless between 18 and 24?
Sexless? Yeah, no, I was not aware.
Alongside with that, more than 60% of men are single. So my question today, asking the ladies, why do you think that is? Why do you think a majority of men are single?
I think women now have a different perspective on like what they want in a man. I think women expect a lot more out of a man than they're willing to give. So they don't meet like their criteria of what they think that they want. And so women, essentially in my opinion, aren't bringing enough to the table, but they expect men to bring like 150 to the table. And a lot of men aren't in that part of their life yet. They need to grow. They need to become someone.
So you're saying basically the women need to be more lenient towards the men and allow them to...
No, I don't think lenient is the word I would use. I think like 100% have your expectations, but I think you have to understand that being in a relationship with someone, you have to grow. It's not just something that like you meet someone, it's Cinderella and it's happily ever after. Like you have to understand that people are going to grow into being who they're going to be.
So if you had to put the blame on one gender...
No, there's no blame.
No, so is it both? Or like if you had to pick one, female or men, whose fault is it the fact that most men are single?
No, it's no one's fault.
So you would say both?
I don't...
Like who's at blame here?
I don't think there's a blame to anything. I think if you're single, then, I don't know, figure out a way to not become single if you really want to be in a relationship. Figure out a way to bring something to the table that makes someone want to be with you.
And what can men bring to the table that will help that?
It depends on what their situation is. I don't know. That's too like broad.
Too general.
Right.
Okay, what do you look for? Are you single?
I am single.
Okay, what do you look for in a man in regards to like attractiveness? Is it resources? Is it like you want somebody who's like more status? Like what do you like, or a combination?
I'm now in the point of my life where I'm like ready for a family. Like I want to like settle down and like find someone to create like a life with. So for me, like he has to have a stable job. He has to be willing to travel. He has to be willing to want to have children. He has to just be ready to be like that type of writer, type of husband.
Did you know that men ages between 18 and 24, a vast majority of them, 1 in 3 actually, haven't had sex within the past few years and or are virgins? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I get that. I was unaware of that.
From the female perspective, why do you think a vast majority of men are single and frustrated and lonely? Like, what do you think the reason is?
I feel like a lot of men just don't put in the effort that they should be.
Effort towards what?
The relationship or getting to know somebody.
So effort towards pursuing a woman?
Pursuing.
So you're saying men don't try to pursue women?
Well, okay, I'll take that back. Pursuing, but then trying to continue that.
After what?
After like starting to talk to them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like, I don't know, they be messing up, and it messes up our trust in men. So we're a little bit more picky when it comes to getting in a relationship with a man, because I'm not about to get played by no scrub. So
Not anymore, at least.
not anymore.
I always ask females because y'all get from the female's perspective, and it always seems to blame the men. Example, men don't put in any effort, but have you ever thought that it may be the woman's fault? Meaning like you're too picky, you're searching after this certain ideal man, this guy who has everything you want, but they're far and few in between, so they're harder to find, and thus because of that, it's hard to reach those standards.
Standards can't be that hard. If we got more people in relationships than the men, maybe the men's standards are too high.
I don't think my standards are too picky. I wouldn't say that, because I know that there's like a man out there that's willing to do what I need him to do in order to make the relationship work, and I'm not going to settle for less.
Have you found that man at all?
I have.
Are you single?
No,
Okay, so you're with that man right now.
I am.
All right, what about you?
I'm in a situation.
So situation
Oh, it's not with a man though.
it's with a woman.
Yeah.
So your perspective, have you dated men before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And who would you say is better in a longer term relationship, women or men? Be real.
I mean, thinking about marriage, probably a man, but thinking about long term right now, probably a woman.
So fun for women?
I wouldn't say fun, like it's still very emotional, and like, I mean, men versus women, I feel like men might be a little better long term than a woman.
1 in 3 men are sexless between the ages 18 and 24. Were you aware of that?
No.
All right, and then alongside with that, more than 60% of men are single in the United States, allegedly. So my question from a female lens and perspective, what advice would you give men who are struggling, like based on the statistic?
I think that first and foremost, people are not thinking what's most important. And I think right now it's what's inside the brain and what's inside the heart. There's so many distractions when it comes to social media and all these things, so people have become a little awkward, okay? They have. So I think that like somebody that's say in college, in school, is trying to find somebody, right, to date. I've realized it's gonna take a lot of work to find exactly what I want, and I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait it out because that person doesn't come overnight. So yeah, you wanna date, you wanna be in a relationship, but sometimes the perfect person is just not going to come into your life in this season. It's next season.
So be patient. Be patient. And just keep trying. Keep trying. Do you use? Have you ever used online dating?
Yes.
Okay. What's your take? Was it Tinder?
It's Bumble.
Oh, Bumble. Okay. So you got to make the first move.
Yeah.
So you don't mind making the first move?
No.
All right. In that case, tell me what's your type then?
Like I said, right now it's more about like intellect.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
Yeah. So more about the intellect because this, looks good, but it's not about that. That's surface level, and that's what the society is doing right now. It's all about surface.
But let's be real. There's a minimum threshold that you're not going to care about his intellect unless you at least find him somewhat attractive, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you're saying there's layers to it. Like first he has to hit the looks and then the intellect.
Yes. I mean, you have to find the chemistry outside, and then it has to sustain itself.
In regards to your type, you date all types of men, white, black, Hispanic?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't discriminate at all.
Awesome. In that case, I'm about to sign up for Bumble right now. Just messing with you. I appreciate it.
Too old for you anyway.
Oh, what's my age?
25.
Okay, I'm that's my age actually.
Okay, definitely you're like 28.
Oh, close. I'm 27. 27.
With that, yeah.
No cougar,
Oh, I dated younger.
Okay, so I'm not too young for you. What do you mean?
No.
You just said I was too young.
I'm thinking about what you would date.
Oh, you think I think that I'm too young?
Good.
Okay.
and
Say less. Cut the cameras. We're good. Today we're going to test if an average guy can approach the not so average Miami woman, and if they do a good job, they're going to win some money.
What's your name? Janice? Shanice. Oh, I'm sorry. How you spell that? Yeah, well, you enjoy yourself, love. I'm going to message you, all right?
all right.